All right. Let's start breaking things. So I was kind of just playing around with like if I did furniture for the house type thing. And I was trying to make it more like I did some of the other furniture I've done. And I think like if we go more like almost separate pieces, like give it that bubbly, not bubbly, but it just like adds a little bit of stylistic, like indentations and stuff like that in there, rather than what we had. I think it overall comes across better. Than just saying, hey, this is any percent break speed. And it's already broken. New record. But it makes it where modeling should be easier, in that we could technically reuse like this, rather than like we had done with the bench and stuff. We can kind of reuse this piece of wood places. We can reuse just overall in a smarter way. And then yeah, see how that turns out. I was thinking like if we do a little gradient on here, but I think that'd be too much. Because we can gradient it on the, like do this where this is lighter here, and then have those be, but let me just have it that color for now. But like this, obviously we can customize it where we say, hey, like this drawer specifically, like we can have a 2-door setup of this same setup, and then do like a just overall design with that type of mentality in mind, where we reuse, right? Like this would be here, or I should say I'm already thinking of reuse, but more strategically plan them out. I was just looking at some art of other games that I like and stuff, and I was like, this would actually be really cool, where we just I think we could get some, so like this could technically even be just a single bit wide, right? Have it have a shelf under it, and there we go. We now have a different variation. Now I should have copied that 100%, so that we have both in the editor as well. So like this is going to be single drawer. I mean, this is really a small like nightstand or something. Need to But yeah, like that kind of reuse, right? And then we have the I think I didn't do this actually on stream, right? We did this in Discord. We made a little cupcake. But I also have, I need to organize this folder if I'm going to continue using it. For both these, we're going to get moved to props. Building. And this should be like interior. Because there can be an exterior prop. But I think my biggest issue is I was looking over stuff and I didn't like how like the thickness on stuff, right? So did I not export this? I thought I did. Of just this. Didn't I? Projects Milo. Yeah, it should. There we go. That was weird. Like we should have it where like when we had made the desk or whatever, not the desk, the other day on stream we made the countertop, and like the countertop was really thin on top, and it had a different bottom, which I need to change this area. I reversed it and made it like come out to see if I could, because I was trying to play with the view from here, and you couldn't even tell that it was like indented before. But yeah, and then I think I need a switch on here, or something where we can control how much this is contributing. So like this needs to be an actual like switch probably, because I think for like wood it doesn't need it, because maybe it does, but it makes it too light, so I need to then darken everything, because it no longer matches the color it's supposed to be, right? Which I guess we could do anyway. So like this should be like screen. Something like that, rather than add, to keep the same level. If you don't know, they have like built-in that are just like Photoshop functions. Basically. Like that might overly brighten it. But basically you can tell like darker colors it appears on more. That might be the same exact color. Okay, cool. So go here. Metal. Okay. Why is this not? Oh, we're dry. That's model. No, it's on E drive. Somewhere. be on like projects that be on. So here where is it? Can't. Building. Interior props. Furniture. No way we can do that. Also, I think the metal system, we're probably just gonna change that to a vertex color thing. Or like if we're holding that vertex color, then do X thing. Okay, cool. So there. So I'm thinking like if we can rotate these, like if they're placeable, we see where we're not supposed to. We can't. That's not bad. I think this should be a little smaller. But at the same time, like, it's like, yeah. Oops. Wrong button. What we can probably do. Is this actually touching the... I think there's a little bit of a gap. Like the slightest one. Okay, cool. And then from there, okay. I guess we can change this. There's other assets we'll have to change it on, but I'm not using vertex color anywhere. So, let's go vertex mode. We're gonna actually use like straight blue. Control K, right? I think Control K, Shift K, Shift X, Control X. Nope. Oh. 26.6. Value 1. And then do. Oops. Sorry about that. Isn't it just that? Yeah, it should be set it on just this. So vertex mode. Where's the? See, this is where it gets me being in this mode, right? I need to select that first and then say, boom, Shift X. God, Control X. Wait, just hit the damn paint button. Control X. Cool. Because I do have. I forget that it goes to your last one. Cool. So now we can set this to be one material. So main. We can do that for other models too to reduce the draw call. Let me just do. We now need to go here, here, and then in gradient. I need to say metal. Do vertex. Color, and then we probably could just do a switch. Not switch. Mask. And set it to like blue by default. And then do a. And I don't need to set a metal value. But realistically, it will always be blue. So let's just keep it that way. Because if we may get where we mess around with it, we'll probably get complicated in the long run. And then red I already have assigned. Not in here, but it's going to be to shift the texture based on the mask. Not import vertex colors by default. Re-import vertex place. No, not re-import. Override, right? No, that's not it. It is replace. So that should be it. So that should be metal. But I know for a fact it's not. So let's just so what's happening here? I think it's did I not export or did I? There's something weird going on. I guess the rest of everything. Vertex mode. Black. making sure these are all. Because it should be at least something than if it was that, but I think it's just not even importing at all. And I guess that's the issue I would have is like, this would now set. Okay. So, wrong tab. Vertex mode. Like, obviously it'll be better long run, but also at the same time I don't like that workflow. There we go. So we have to... I almost feel like telling it to do the opposite, like replace it on import. That doesn't even look right yet. What is happening there? And I guess it is. I guess it's the placement of it. Let's put it next to these ones because that's definitely metallic. That's definitely not, but also is. Yeah, it should be fine. For now, we'll just. What is happening? Is it how I'm writing blue? But that shouldn't be the case, because so if we go show or right, so we see vertex colors in here. Vertex colors. Loading, or there we go. That's a blue. So it should be looking like this. But that's set to nothing. Instead, it. Maybe it's not the correct blue. There we go. Huh. I wonder if, like, this per instance. Let's check out the mesh paint mode. Yeah, so if we go blue channel, right? Like if I painted this right now and only painted in the blue channel, that's exactly what it would show up like. So nothing different there. Save it. But then it's still not coloring itself. So like gradient. Gradient's calling this. There's no it's weird. Because then the one that we have like white on, it's going all the way. Even if this, like, obviously it's not. Maybe it's. Is it something to do with like roughness or? Roughness is set to 1, obviously, but it always has been. It is in the other one too, so. Just the same. Yeah, gradient. Thing. So this should then be like a yeah, it's metal right there. It's very complex just to show white. Yes. Correct. So, what is happening here? Also, how's it going? So why is metalness 0? If we're literally getting white, which basically white means metal, right? We even get it here, but this one's also doing the other thing. So this is doing the opposite, where like this looks metallic. Obviously, because so like if we do vertex color override and just override with black, it will fix that issue. If we override it with blue, right? Metallic. But for some reason, this one, no. Because that is definitely not metallic. You can't tell me. I've been looking at that one versus this one. Something like that. Rendering. Oh my god. How does this make sense though? Right? So even the lighting in here shows that metal is 1. Right? So if I go to metal, it needs to look like the one just next to it. Okay, if I go to... Oh, I hit ambient occlusion. Metallic. Right? All of these are marked metal. They're not really, obviously. But look. Anywhere where it's black, no metal. White, metal. That's how it works. Instead, I'm getting no metal. That's what metal looks like. That's what metal doesn't look like. If I open this in the material, right? If I open this here, no metal. If we open this one here, metal. But if I display it, maybe it just... Okay, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is doing it, it's just inverted. Or something else weird is happening. But these are literally the same model. So I'm not sure what's happening. We can do like... Yeah, it's... Like your normals, yeah. No, I mean, it's the same object, though. Like, I literally just... The only difference is this one has 3. Or this one has 1, the other one has 3. Right? Literally the only difference between the two drawers. Like... And it had vertex colors, obviously. So it's like they should work. There you go. Now I broke it on both. So it makes up for it. Cool. So these need to also... Hey. You need a normal... Otherwise it's not. Does not look good. But we'll worry about the other one later. I'm exporting the vertex colors, right? Like, I need to do that. Geometry. Technically, we have to set this to like edge. And like tangent space, select it. Vertex colors, linear. Maybe that will do it. Okay, don't compute the tangent space order though. But I've never had to change it in the past. And it reads it because we can actually see it, so I'm not sure what the heck's happening. Anyways, we'll move on. Hello? Where's my... There we go. Like, where's the gizmo tool? Cool. Ta-da. Alright. That actually looks kind of nice, darker. yeah, let's go here. I think it'd be smart to do like a double set or something. Like a wide dresser. You can also do like a tall dresser where it's, we say, hey, let's go to 1, right? Maybe it doesn't even need the maybe we keep these bits like this. Well, I guess I already expanded that, so we can do that. Oh. Are you just using a texture atlas? Yeah. That's what this has been. Colors I like. I do like the palette for these. Like I use like the palette, like the big ones you can tell are palettes. Like I just did the palettes websites, and then I like copy pasted them into, like I hue shifted them into different colors, or I and I need to clean it up a little bit technically, but yeah, let's actually, how tall did we make that? Okay. We need to set a limit of like the tallest of tall things. It probably should be a little shorter than this because the player's short. So maybe like right there. To still have, let's say 4. This is not center. think I type larger. If a texture larger, then do these. So replace. It'd be funny if it then worked on these ones. Oh, I need to re-UV. I must have had when I had the pivot point stuff on. There we go. Let's do this. This was like the outside table. Also, I keep editing the same mesh. It is not the best process. I need to remember to duplicate it. This is gonna just be table. Let's take that table that we had. I mean, we don't even need it. So let's go cylinder. Right. Do like 16. Yeah, we might. Oh, hit the wrong button. So let's go. I mean, I need to see where where's that the other table too. That is not a wood table. Oh, where the heck is this? Oh. Yeah, that can be destroyed. No, move by angle. Come on. Do that same thing. Have like a very small 0.1, 0.01 for an edge. Very sharp. And then just move. We weighted normal. And then just thinking, like, do we do something like this, right? Where we say, hey, you know, but have an even. Have a unique little weird looking table. But I think I'm just going to keep it centered. Do a little thing. Very modernist. Let's do this. Mark Sharp. Gosh darn it. It's because I did it like that, right? No? Oy. Why do you do that? I need to... I guess we could do this, right? We go... double here. By a larger number. And then this overall takes the 4 spaces. Okay, I think it should just be right under the space. But then still, like, if you placed it, you would use that many. Then here, mark sharp. Keep sharp. There we go. That's why it was looking weird. I was like... But I realized, like, this is where I need a model too, right? Like, where I just... Like, this is a separate thing. Because otherwise we would have to, like, cut out the top. And I should just be going for something good like that, where it just looks good naturally. Now the question is this all wood, or I think we do wood top. For this. And I think that's part of what I need to fill out too, is like, so in here, I have some of these that are just like colors, but what I need to do is like select 4 of these and make a specifically like right here or somewhere, you know, on this side, have a gradient just like this one. That's just a gradient of the like that color, so that we can have a little variation inside of a model sometimes. There. And we're gonna put it down in like this, probably, where I'm gonna say, but realistically it's gonna be gray here. So some kind of steel. We could get the colors correct. Let's try it. Let's go. Boom. Vertex mode. Control X. Control X. Right, paint. And then the other Vertex mode. I'll just do white. Okay. It will be furniture. Tables. Rename that because I always hit caps lock at some point in my life. Like right there when I hit A, I roll my finger, and then that's gonna be. This is like round table. You know what's good? I would love a round table pizza. They have some pretty great pizza, but they got like these garlic knots that are just favorite. Oh, I need to have both selected. Oh, hey, look at that. We did not have that all selected. Go here. Boom. Boom. Otherwise, edit mode. Boom. Boom. No, I think I did. I just didn't have it selected to see it visually. Wait. I just messed it up. Vertex. That. Boom. No. There we go. Okay, we're fine. Object mode, select both. Should be fine then. Oh. Wait, like I just didn't even read. I just was like large. Oh gosh darn it! I didn't successfully rename this. Main gradient. If we say this, what if we just go? Down. So that's literally just no gradient on it if I wanted. And then to go to the parent, this one. Nothing. Okay, cool. So let's go. Gradient. Yes, and then for this, I think too tall, too big. Maybe we do just have it be about 1 meter. Maybe it just is 1 meter. It's okay, that's small. It's not meant to be a huge thing. And then for size, I'm gonna say let's just drop it down like 1 more. Hey. Yeah, I think that's what I just need to remember to do. Like, we'll still make it a thick object. Oh, and there's an ad starting soon on Twitch. Anyone watching here? Yeah, so like that, I think is a little harder to do. It's just play within that 1 meter range. Not the character's correct scale, but that way, I think I don't mind that. And then a chair would lift you up above it, obviously. But then placing, we can place on a grid. But while it's on, I'm gonna actually get up. I'm gonna stretch, and we'll be right back. If I can find my mouse. Oh yeah, I'm playing the game. So we'll go here. But yeah, I'll be like, give me like 3-4 minutes maybe. Whoa. Hold on. Let's see what this random thing says. Matt tried to whisper you. Awkward, but FYI, you're on Twitch viewer awareness. Woke zealots. Oh no. That has video and pictures of you in a Discord I was random invited to. With lots of... I don't even know what that means. You can't support me anymore. Oh no. First time chatter? How... whatever shall I do? And woke zealots. Can I get a definition of woke? Oh no. Whatever shall I do? I don't know what to do anymore. I'm new. Oh, hello, Fur. How's it going? Hi, new. Oh, dang. Darn. Also, hi, Lynn. Oh no. Like what? Yeah. Oh, they have been following. That's interesting. So it's like, whose alt are you? Like, why don't you give me your main name so I can just, you know, remove your main name, or maybe just don't come around. There you go. Also, that is... Wait. It's like... Yeah. I love the random accounts. Like, okay. Sure, buddy. Like... Because it's like, I feel like I wouldn't want you following me anyways. Alright. Cool. Anyways, yeah, we got a table done. I gotta figure out that why it's not doing the metalness like it's supposed to. And then we should probably make some variants of this. So I'm pretty sure it's probably all the same person because I keep getting it and they all say the same exact freaking lines, and I'm just like, oh no. Like, why don't you just go do your own shit, dude? Oh, I had the bottom selected as well. I guess we can do the bottom. You know, like there's some that is like the outside's chrome as well. Like that could be a different table that we end up doing. Oy. There we go. Now we have two tables. One table, two table. Perfect. Alright. Zero this out. Round table. Let's do. Oh, da 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 da. Okay. what am I working on today? Right now, I mean, we're just kind of making some random assets for. I've been trying to like get more of a design decision of like what to like make assets that like the player can place in world, but also like that are gonna go inside like the shops and stuff like that. If you haven't seen this game, it is the I realized like the table was underneath 0, so it scaled all weird. It's a top-down game I've been working on for a couple months now. Well, not top-down, but top-down enough. But it's like I keep saying it's like an ooblet slash like Animal Crossing type of little. I specifically say those two games because it's not necessarily like a Stardew Valley farm forever game. Like sim game. It's gonna be like a yes, you can do these things here, but like the main thing's gonna be like the exploring, like finding caves and finding what's in them, and rather than like it's not like a farming simulator. Can you close window? Random window that has no size. Please close. But let me just set this in the mesh. Let's go with gradient. There we go. So like I'm just working on like trying to get a consistent like scale of the objects. So like one thing is like I had been making some assets, and like I think like this table for instance, right, is a good example where it's like because of the camera angle I didn't work to the camera angle enough. So that's what I'm trying to do with these objects is like I'm creating it where I have a standard set thickness, and then from there I have it where so like this should get updated and be thicker, because then we're not going to get like these little tiny objects you can barely tell detail from. And I'm just trying to get that scale figured out. Oh, and then we need to fix the objects here because I changed the material. So I'm just going to change that back for now because it's making everything metal. So we'll just make something, we'll have something separate for that. So it should just be, let's revert to this for now, and then I'll just have a different metallic one where it's all combined like I want. But yeah, so there. But what about you? I mean, it's funny that you right after that, I realized you were talking about yourself and not the person, the first time chatter. Or I guess it does it not save? I think it's not. Hold on. Twitch is broken actually, but it's still saying you set. Like I clicked on your thing to be like, when was the last time you were here? And it's just telling me you have one message, but I can see you have more than one message. But I can't load into them. I don't know. I was gonna ask what kind of game dev stuff you're doing or anything like that. And that goes for anyone. If anyone wants to, if anyone's working on anything creative, feel free to link it in chat. Links are allowed as long as they're Discord, as long as they're Twitch friendly, and what's it called? Game dev related, or hopefully game dev content related of something we're doing on stream or talking about. You know. All right, cool. So, but yeah, so we got this. Oh, this is still broken. I don't know how I broke. I can no longer fast travel, but let's check that out. Because maybe I can, and it might just be that one. Can we jump over these? No. We need to fix that. So I'm thinking it's because technically we don't have fast travel unlocked yet. I think that's what it is I made it a function or a variable. Top-down twin shooter game. Nice. Yeah, so I think I have it set to check now if we can actually interact with this. And the variable set to false. I think that's the only reason it's broken. Battling with how to make a loading system. Define what you mean by loading in that context, because like, do you mean level loading, like actor loading, or like spawning waves? Because I might be able to push you towards an example, but I'm not sure. It depends. Like asset loading, like for spawning or for something else. Like, because you can use like a data table or a data assets, and then just use that to fill out actor information if you're using Unreal, which I assume so, but I always forget. But like, there's tons of ways in the editor to do really cool stuff. So like, yeah, I don't really know where. I don't know where for a seamless travel thing. I have to pre-soft load reference. For a multiplayer game. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's where it gets confusing too, right? Is the multiplayer aspect. So I probably can't help directly. I was gonna be like, I know you can, like, seamless travel I don't know too much about. I know that like there's certain instances where it doesn't work in the editor, which makes it even more dumb, but they could have fixed that by now. But what am I looking in here for? Interact. Oh, it's literally the system that I'm trying to talk to. Okay. Request, move to location. Oh, can fast travel right here. So this is in our game instance. So for a data asset, where do you usually load the soft references from it? What do you mean? Like data assets, you don't necessarily need a soft reference. Inside the data asset, you could have a soft reference. So you do a primary. It depends on if you're doing like C++ or blueprints, but I know you can get the primary primary asset type, right, or whatever it is. It's what this becomes, the struct of primary asset type. Heard something. Someone followed somewhere. I can't actually read it. I don't have the thing up to see it. Dear God. Thanks for the YouTube sub, if you're here. Might not be. But like, so you do you get a data asset reference, and then like you can actually you just soft load. So load asset. I guess I can just go to somewhere that uses data assets, right? I forgot. I already have stuff set up in this game. We went so long with nothing. So with our interactables, we don't have the data table in there, or we don't have any data assets in there because of course not. Pickups is where it's at. Like, you can have soft references in here if you want. But really, you can also just have it where you load a data asset in a bundle and bundle only the whatever you need to be like not a soft reference, but like like loading. Where would this be executed? I mean, it's wherever it needs to load, right? So like, are you loading it in the game, or like, if it's on a character that needs to be customized, then it would probably go on the character. If it's on the load asset, and you would just do async load asset class, and from here you would probably cast your like item pickup type or whatever, and you know, or get that bundle. So like get primary asset. You get primary assets with bundle state, like that will get anything loaded. But there's another one that I'm looking for. Nope, that's I keep clicking the same exact one. I haven't been working on blueprints. The action RPG has a bit old now, but yeah. But yeah, primary asset load. Like it has its own load primary asset, and then you just tell it like this is my primary asset type, right? So like by default it's loading maps or whatever. That's what I was looking for though. Like they have their own data assets can be considered. Well, really, you can make anything a primary asset, right? And soft load it. Yeah, for example, you have a blueprint enemy that you spawn from the server, so you ostensibly need it to preload on the client, you think. I mean, do you? Because, like, the server will tell it that it's spawned, I guess. Definitely need it preload on the client, you think? Because, like, all you would send... You would just replicate that spawn event, right? Like, you would tell the server to create it. Because you don't need to recreate it again. Or at least from my understanding of multiplayer, which is very, very little. Because the server itself, you should be calling the create, like the spawn actor class from your, on like as a server event, but it's not in memory. I mean, okay, so like that's where, I mean, it would still, I think, no matter what, like, I mean, I guess you can, if you do have it in memory, like the Unreal's not necessarily, because it would still load, right? Just loading, as in saying you, or at least whatever the loaded data, the finalized loaded data would be what you tell it to create. But like when you do create asset, like it doesn't matter if it's on the server or, I mean, on client side or not. Yeah, there could be, I guess, hitches the first time it's created. But it's gonna just call that create event everywhere, so it's still gonna load it everywhere, right? And I guess if you don't want that, if you want it to be, because like otherwise it has to be an event that, I mean, something that is local. I mean, I guess you could do like, I know I've seen people like, I was talking about this earlier actually, where like you already have your base enemy type, somewhere in the world, like, so like Fallout and does this, for instance, where like all of the armor and anything you can find in the game, there's a vault underground that everything's hidden in. Or like all of the inventory that you can get from a shopkeep is in a safe, you know, actually you're just looking in a chest that's under the ground. Like, I could see you needing to do that, but like I don't know if you would have to necessarily, because I can't imagine it would be insane. Like, I know create, like spawning an actor can get expensive, like memory wise and stuff, and just overall time it takes in blueprints to run. But like when you spawn it on the server, it creates a copy locally, or not creates a copy, but you know, it tells the, or like at least if you like, because you wouldn't want like you would still want the server to have ownership of that, right? And I guess like you mean like the information inside of it, but it's like the on spawning, I guess. Or I guess if it's like you're spawning a base class and you want it to have that information, it would be wherever you feed it that information, you also need to replicate. And that's why I do single player. We just figured it out right there. Have you tried hitting replicate harder? I've actually been helping someone in my Discord like learn multiplayer over the last couple days, and I've learned a lot. But it definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, you could just have the mesh of the enemy loaded and not the actor, I guess. Yeah, so like that's where it depends. It's like, is there like, I imagine you don't want it to be locally have to get back at like added to memory so that you're not having any hitching, is what I imagine why you would do that. You know, so that you're more efficiently getting it loaded, but, and I know I keep asking multiple questions and going back and forth, but it would be something like that. Like, I don't know what the best, like, I imagine there's some multiplayer talks out there you can find that tell you, like, better ways to, like, the best way to handle the spawning of an object that is a new object. Like, because I know, like, you can do what I was saying, and, like, because you can do instancing that way, too. Like, you just create a new instance. But I know, like, server to client authority and ownership can get a little weird. Or at least from what I've experienced. Now. Hello. Alright, so what else should we make? I need to import the cutting board that I made. So turn off table. We're gonna go. I think it's in bakery still, or somewhere. There's a cutting board somewhere in here. It's probably just in props. Please. Hello. Oh yeah, I guess I can search, huh? Searching a lot, but very few explanations. Oh, that always sucks. And I think it's like, I think it's hard because it's like, I think the best way is just like a lot of stuff in game dev is going to depend on like the use case, right? Where it's like, you might want it a certain way for some other reason, or you have this requirement. My plan was just preload the enemies at the start for all of the clients. Oh, okay. See, and that's what I was trying to figure out, is like how you're, because like I think that goes into how you plan it, because then like, I mean, from what I've experienced so far, it's like if you're spawning an actor, like it definitely should be like spawned from the client, from the server. But then like when something's already set there, then you have to handle that actor differently, because then it's client owned. And then you do where like the action you do to it wouldn't be, it's not a replicated actor anymore, but it's a actor that once you affect it, something that is replicated, like the player has to tell it to get destroyed or do, you know. I imagine, you know, multiplayer weird. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna see if it's imported in here though, because I had done I think I made this out of this. I think like the counter. Yeah, so I didn't make it board. Oh, okay. We'll just make another one. Not like it took forever. So this would be interior. Yeah, whatever. Oh, hello, please. New. Let's see, like, let's go, tray. And then another one that will be for trays. This will be wood. Cutting board. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. And then select all the sides. Oh. And let's do apply transforms. This button does not work correctly yet because it does not clear sharp. Hello, please clear. So like you will. I think this one needs to be a little. We'll do a little more. At least the edges here. I mean, I guess we can try all of them being super. But I think what I'll do is something like that. Let's do this as an increase, like a higher number. 0.04. And then a 1. And then da. We have made the cutting board. That's how it works. See, modeling's easy. Everyone go do it. Make something cool. Nice. We'll probably do like I did last time. So like, I had made this, and we did like I did in that other object where, let's say for this, hello, please. Right. So we'll do like little. These will be like little wood grain type things. Right, where we just say like that, can be wood grain, and then just like add a couple of these around the model as floating geo, and change the size up a little bit, angle, whatever. Oh. Do I have any hard surface plugins? I've used some in the past, but not in this. So I've used like the what is it? They have one like big one that like randomly does some cool stuff. But this version that I'm using right now is like the nightly build, and it has most plugins disabled because they broke. The only thing I use right now for this, because like for the most part what I'm doing isn't like, I'm not doing anything super complex with this one, with these models. But what I only have like the, what is it, like UV packer and the seam squares enabled at the moment. Right, so yeah. What I should do is, and I had talked about this earlier, and this is where I didn't want to reserve the, is we should vertex paint these, and then have it where, like you would do on, certain mesh decals and stuff, is have it where it's offset by camera distance, so that we don't end up Z fighting or having these float. Because right now, they would 100% Z fight. Or I got to raise them up just slightly, which we shouldn't see any shadows created from that, but we could, right? So it's like a give and take of what we would want there. I don't know. And I always use the royal we to say myself. I don't know if I would like to do that. That might be something I do, where we add just a little bit of model detail, like geometry detail. But I guess we could do this too. We could actually save a couple verts, and just literally have it where like this internal one, or like this one, right? Let's I was gonna say, what would be the best way to do this? We could actually split it for one. Let's actually, UV something. And then if we mark it as like that, use the UV squares. Now that we mentioned it, my scroll wheel on my mouse is like going out, and sometimes it decides to work, sometimes it is just killing me because it's just like it does like a half scroll and then stops scrolling. Need to get a new mouse. This way we can kind of, and this is where I was talking about needing more gradients built in here. So let's do that. So now, because this obviously isn't a super high res, we can add detail like that. Where we add just a little bit of an internal gradient to the color to make it seem like it has like an indentation in it. And it probably would need it on both sides. So really, realistically, please zoom in. There we go. Realistically, this side would also do it. I say realistically, like any of this is realistic, but I more so mean like I should get it done. Hello, please. There we go. Let's get that done. Rotate. Scale. Mess up the scaling, so we gotta rotate it again. And then there we go. Right? So now, without actually having to add vertex data in there, we just used our like we used how UVs work to our benefit. Where like that saved us a little bit yeah. And now it seems like we have a little bit of depth there without having anything there. I mean, that's where, like, on a normal UV, right, we would either use a tiling texture and kind of do the same kind of little trick for some part of it, or do, like, I guess this could be furniture. If we had, as in, like, a very broadly, let's, from here, this is, we'll do it the same way we did the other. So this will be trays. Also, having the T capitalized makes that look really odd. And then this would be wooden tray. Like mesh. And it's a wooden cutting board. Can't go back now. But like we need to use that in more places where we can kind of just like get some detail for free, since we have so much. It's like normally we'd have to texture something, obviously, and then like on that texture manipulate it like that. But here we can just share so much texture data that it's like we might as well actually do that, right? Gradient, and then like, because all I'm thinking about is like this distance. Like, yeah, we can see it. That looks good. You can see these are flickering because they're just not high enough. And that's what I was worried about. And then the actual size, I think we can make this slightly smaller. Just a little bit. So let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go by like about there. So take 30% off. And then for these, that's actually, I mean, it's I think one thing we need to do is make sure they are actually even. And then just, there we go. Zoom out, please. Please zoom out. And yeah, I like to, I would say one thing I do overly do is I need to stop importing, exporting so much. Okay, so it's just, oh, you know what? Hold on. Are these normals the correct direction? I think they are. We're just having issues today with that. We may just, I can just add these detail, like the detail for this here. Come on. Please zoom out. I am begging. Oh my goodness. And I don't have like I always forget the shortcut key because I don't have a numpad to like mesh focus. Make that all go away. This also is not in the correct folder. Okay, cool. Where, did I re-export it after I changed it again? Yeah. It actually really sucks. So I've been playing like some nights I'll play like Warzone with a couple buddies, and like it's terrible in that game, or like Sea of Thieves, where like the scroll wheel's set to like change my gun, or like the other night it happened in Helldivers, where like I tap it and it actually scrolls, so I switch guns. But then when I go to like switch it back, like I can't. Or you know, other similar things like that happen where I'm just like, metal, gray. where I'm just like, what on earth? Like, and it's the worst. Of course, that always happens at like the worst possible moment. So it's just like, oh, enemy. Switch to my pistol. Switch back. Switch to my pistol. And I'm like, well, I'm dead. Like, my bad. My bad, team. Yeah, so we'll create something similar. Wood cutting hide. Oh. But you'll definitely notice here where I I lose control of it and it's just not working, and I'm like, come on, please. I just want to scroll. But it's like mice can be expensive, so I'm like, I just want to keep this one for a little longer. I gotta start to like clean it out. You know, I have a dog and cat, so it's like there might have be like some cat hair in there that I can clean and that'll fix it, because it works. Like, it's not consistent with being broken, so I'm like right there we were just fine, right? Like, and then it couple scrolls in, it stopped. Okay, so we're gonna probably lower this a little bit. This is where it gets a little dicey. So these, we still want to be seen from our viewport, which is obviously so far away. So, oh, hello. I thought, all right, yep, you're not selected. We could make these flat, where we like have the edges roll. Type of thing. I think what I'm gonna do is have this selected. These. This also, I don't know how to like reset this to default on edges. Because it is annoying. Okay. No, I don't like this. This isn't what I was picturing. I'm picturing like a baking sheet, right? So a baking sheet would be, I think it's because of this, right? So a baking sheet, when it go back down, it would go like this. And then this goes down, yes. Let's just do this. Like, yes, it goes down, but it's a singular object. And then what we'll do is just do a like a wrap on it. So what I need to do is, yes, this goes down. I think this doesn't go as down in this, and then add more fall off here. So like this doesn't need to be a sharp edge, and then we'll pull this one in, right? And now we have a cookie sheet looking thing. Also a mess up outside because I somehow scaled it the wrong way or something. There we go. Cool. So now we would just do a skin modifier, right? Not skin. Skin, not the one I was looking for. No, not what is it? I thought it was skin. I always forget these. Oh, it's right next to it. That's why. I was like, it's somewhere right there. That's all I was thinking. So fill is a yes. Offset 0. And then the thickness needs to be like half that. So why Why does the negative one not want to... I'll just do it myself. I don't like what it's doing. Because all this has to do is go extrude inward. And then... Oop. There we go. Hello, please? Oh, that is so weird. Why am I not... Oh, I guess because of that. So let's go here. But even then... What is happening? Like... Y'all confusing me now. Let's just do that. There we go. Solid. And... And then I think I want it to, like it's uneven. Right. So I've got to technically like bring this way. All right, cool. There we go. There we go. And then we can kind of do the same shading here. Where like, or at least do like this, where we say this one's slightly darker. And then do like a normal, weighted normal. There we go. Something like that. Just make variations of this. That would be... No, this is metal. Oh, I have caps lock on. I think. Static. Nope, I did not. Metal tray. See. There we go. I did not have it selected. Please. Thank you. Cool. All right. So we've got that. That's looking better. It's not flickering. We then want... okay, metal didn't import. Alright. I need to just set it to default to this. I keep forgetting to set that. Cool. So now we can have, you know, for something like a building like this, obviously, we could have in these little things, little trays. Whoa, please, scroll wheel. We could have little trays and then do like, yep, go to nowhere. Please. I think I do need to make this little thing bigger, and then but also there we go. It's just gonna be like the item, the player that's large. We can do this though. We can say, hey, you know, bake this down, and once we start, we can do randomization on the cupcakes color. Now we're selling cupcakes. Cool. So that lets us start filling that stuff out. Yeah, and then this also needs to be a player. I mean, an NPC that we can interact with instead of just this. Let's go here, here. And can we interact with them, or do I need a chain? We can. Nice, perfect. Awesome. And then from there, I need to just finish implementing the actual, like, full system of walking. Which is good. And we can do I'm gonna think some other stuff. I think like kitchen cabinets will be easy. Sorry. Trying not to yawn. I think I need to get up and grab some water. A minute. I missed the ad break on Twitch though. Just run. Trying to think of what else I want to get done today. I've been trying to just do like quick modeling like this on stream lately. But I'm trying to think what we could do for the bakery as well. So one thing I wanted to do like chalkboard. That'd be there. Board metal tray is not in the right spot. Oh, please. Okay, so let us create a cube. Let's move the cube correct spot. How do I? Pretty sure there is a way where you say, "Hey, this is my active instance or whatever." Always forget Blender. But let's. Hello, please, please, please. Okay, whatever. So let's go here. Select. Scale every direction but X. Scale Y. Things like that. Let's have it where we say, you know, that's the pivot point. The chalkboard. I'm going to say let's have it where we enter the right mode. So I remember what I'm doing. something that simple. I say this is too thick. Let's have like right there. We still wanted to have something so that it isn't just all like in that. Okay, and then I think what we'll do is we're actually gonna also, like, this goes like this, but this also needs to be lower. And we can't, and then from there, so let's just start with unpacking. And then from here, the edges. So that edge, this edge. Hello, please, please. There we go. And that edge. Yeah, this edge can wait, but we'll just do those. Come on, yeah, please. There we go. And then let's do like 0.2, 0.1. Because I want it to be visible from above. And then what we'll do is here, here, here. We'll just have a small bevel. So like that. Edge. And this is where that like 0.1 comes in. But I think I actually have to do this. So let's go here, apply transforms, and then do it. And the other bevel I might even have to, I should probably redo as well, so that they're all even. But too late. Okay, cool. So we've got that, and then what I'm thinking is this top section here. Let's bring over here. We want that little bit of edge depth for like a fake AO. So it looks a little occluded. It looks like there's a crack here. And then overall, it just needs to be plugged into the correct one. So it'll probably be here. And then just scale it back the other way. Please. There we go. Whiteboard we can put stuff on. I guess I called it a chalkboard, huh? So this would be chalk. Can't plug. Nope. Okay. Chalk. Oh, I forgot A. I literally hit the wrong number. or letter altogether. Chalkboard. There we go. And then I like to, like, it helps, I think, when you're working on tons of stuff, to do stuff like this where you create an asset that it's going to be referencing, and then this asset can always change at any time. But then you know that your, like, everything in here is safe. So for this, not a circle, not mean to hit that. Cylinder needs maybe like 8 sides, maybe less. This is gonna be tiny, tiny, tiny. Let's add like some chalk to the board. Probably should get some references for a chalkboard too. Hey, come on, please. There we go. There we go. So I don't know 100% if I should save the chalk on it, unless that's like a variant, because then every single one's gonna have it on it, right? But at the same time, maybe that's fine. Or maybe I have it where it's like, you know, like some fancy teachers had like, and like people that used chalkboards, they would, you'd have like a little chalk stand, maybe something like that. But for now, let's just do this. And then it should be smooth, and I forgot to do this last step, just to get the nice edges, or normal maps that we want. Maybe not. Keep sharp, and then do that, and say mark sharp, and then this will be marked sharp as well. Mark sharp. Cool. That should be good to go. Good. Good. There we go. Oh, and I need to reset some stuff in it. So here. Board. Not bad. Not bad size. Cool. Gradient. Alright. I think I'm gonna take a break from this. Let's open up some Substance Designer though. It like typed in the word substance into Bing. I hate Windows search sometimes. Obviously you wanted to look at this, right? You couldn't possibly just want to look at substance. But this will be boring. Tile is what I'm thinking, and we'll do like a simple little tile, but I just want to change up what we're working on, right? That's mainly what I'm doing. I don't want to model, and I don't feel like doing blueprints today because I was helping people with blueprints earlier. Oops. Always mess this up. So down here, then this one gets pinned to that. Please. The heck. Oh my goodness. Restore this window, please. Ugh. I hate this default layout. There we go. Let's do this one over here. Worry. There we go. And then we go. This can be down. Hello, please. Cool. And then from here. All right. So we go here. For this, we'll probably only need like a normal map. I'm gonna go tiling, or tile generator, because it already is pretty much set up the way we would want it, right? Probably want it to be larger than this pattern, which I guess here, like, please, there we go. So let's do a blend here, into here. Right, so like this is the final blend. It's just an easy tiling texture. What I'm thinking is even though we're doing simple, we can still do variation, right? So specifically, I guess we could do like a math on top. Tile generator. This should have a luminance random. Just do that. Right, we now have that. We can do a, if we don't do this, right, we can do, can't think of the name. My brain is broken. Flood fill. And then do like a, flood fill, gradient. On a random grayscale as well, so that will give us a random color. This will give a random gradient, and we can use this for shadows, right? So we say this, give us this, do a little bit of offset. Right. And this will need to add an effect to things, right? Yeah, so like we have this color. Let's say we want to do like a slope blur to it to add damage of some sort. Like it would only be in those areas, right? And this is where we blur. And then just intensity. Right, so what I actually want though is like I mainly just want the height differences. Right, so what we can do is literally just say blend. Right, and then based on this, be either that or this. Right, and now we can have it where just these maps, and we can even reverse this, where just those maps are like this color, right? And I need to this. I guess there might be a better way than blur, but I'm also thinking so we can do bevel on this, but then that flattens the image out. By the way, I know I'm doing random stuff. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. So like this would reset where that bevel, where we're getting it from. Like we might as well at that point get this here and then edit these here, right? And that's where like the variation will come in. So like maybe we don't do a height difference there. Like let's say that. Let's get, or you know, we can say this. So if we get that and use this for our slope blur. Right. It's only like paint or just bake material to texture. You can bake material to texture, and you can paint in it. You can do vertex painting, or texture painting. But like, why doesn't it have a tool like this? Well, it's just it's a specialized tool for a reason. But it's like I do know that they're getting some stuff on that regardless of because you can now. I mean, you've been able to forever, like do a render target and to bake a texture down. But you can actually just do this on a material. Step one is finding one. I think you can do it just from the material now. Either way, I know that there's built-in tools to bake it down because you can. Now I'm trying to remember how it's implemented in this one. No, I know, but there is an easy way to do it. Like that's what this button on a mesh is, right? The bake materials. That's so that you can bake it so that your mesh is using one material instead of several. And render targets, there's a built-in render. It's not necessarily that you have to have that. There's a built-in material to, like, material baking tool, and it's this. It uses the same tool that you would do here, where you just tell it the properties of the new texture you want to bake out, and which texture data you want to use. That was there forever. All of UE4. Possibly even UE3. I don't remember it that long ago, but yeah. There's tons of editor features though that I feel that about, where I'm just like, oh, I could have done that way. Like that was always an option. The reason why it literally has always been under like, unless you had a model with multiple materials, which is where it makes it so like this is always hidden unless you have multiple materials on a model, generally, or at least I think it was. It might have just been my head because I never hit the button. But yeah, it's a great way to, if you, especially like if you have tons of materials. Same with like this is a newer feature, but like these slots used to be where you couldn't actually do anything in the editor, but in like the last like couple years they've added a feature here where you can actually tell it like, hey, don't use this second slot, actually just use this first slot, and then you can take this away because you only need one material slot. And like there's all sorts of little per material settings and everything that you can do. The editor's pretty damn awesome. Yeah, there we go. We got a little bit of noise in there. I'm not trying for anything crazy, right? Like we still want this to be. Oh, I did 2 slope blurs. That too. So yeah, so that's that same kind of thing, right? So in modeling tool 2, they also, so like what I was talking about is like, so this mesh paint mode, you can technically do a texture paint mode in it, right? And you can select the texture to paint. And you can have it where your material just has to be set up to actually accept it. But you can do all sorts of fun stuff where you're painting with textures. If you have nanite, you can't use this tool though, because you have to like paint it and then assign it to everything and then enable nanite, because they yeah, I thought they were going to expose more of it here, but we'll see where this even ends up going. So you could bake a blank material and paint it after in the, yeah, because you just need a texture, right? So you just need you can make a blank texture, and do some stuff with it. Here we go though. More sample. Minimum. We even. Oh, it's because I don't have anything. I was like, this isn't even working. But I don't even have it plugged in. And you know what's gonna happen is we're gonna make this all super complex, and then I'm just gonna not do that thing. Like, I'm gonna just make this simple again. Because I like to, like, my brain goes to, like, more, like, the stuff I normally work on. And then, right, so we just got a little bit of damage in there. You can barely even tell. And then from there, we, like, from there, I've got to remember, like, oh yeah, we're doing this low poly style thing. I forget. The important bit here, I think, is going to be this, right? So, we're going to do curvature, smooth, and that honestly probably might just be that, but no, let's level this. So this gives me like the peaks, like this gives me the depth, right? So we can use this to make a mask of just the edges, or just the lower portions, so that we can darken that, right? So we could go like this, and now we just have the edge, and we just go back and forth. And then apply something just only to the edge, right? Based on that. And so we could do like do a blend, background, foreground. So this is gradient map. And then this, all we're gonna do is not subtract, but I guess this would be. Did I not need to flip this? I always make this mistake. There's like rough for normals we should, for others we shouldn't. I guess it would be additive, right? Was actually what we wanted. So technically, this is what we want, and then from here, right now the tiles are tiled. They do some, but we can then clean this up. I think we skip all these for one. Like I said, I would. But let's go here. Let's go and say roughness. Is lower this, right? So like I don't need it at 100. We need to have it at just a little bit. But then we can also, before sending this levels in, do a blend with something like a Perlin noise. I'm spending way too much time on this for something that is going to be a little detailed, but you know what? I like doing this. There we go. So now this is going to have brighter and darker based on this, right? See the detail there. So we can just do a levels thing there if we need it, but let's go here. Let's actually get this to be the area we need. Oh. There we go. Now we're not everywhere. We'll add a little more, but that's it. I'm probably not even going to use this state here. So let's go here and say gradient map. This is going to be from like this. Let's just say it's from there to here. There we go. And this is something that like if we make it generic enough, we can actually just have it where we I'm trying to do this. Let's say we have this bevel. But what if we also at the same time not smoothing I want, but I want there to be detail in here where this isn't so sharp. So I guess we would have to, if we make our own shape rather than the tile generator. But that's something I can worry about later. For now, let's just get this done. Okay, so levels, right? This is where this comes in handy. That the darks go dark, the lights go light. You can use this for roughness, right? Because technically, and this is where we actually flip, right? Because technically it wouldn't be so rough in there, but also this is where we can say like this. So like, it's not gonna be that dark because that's too high. Where it wouldn't have like a shininess to it. Let's just do this. It's probably just going to be literally a variable though. We can do like little. Add. No, blend. And then this would be blurred. Neither one of those. I guess we could do a directional warp. But okay, nope. Oh, it's because I did the color thing. Blur. And then turn that down a little bit. Because we're just trying to get rid of the general shape, not the actual. What it's doing. I guess we could do add. Because these are less than enough. And then there you go, technically. Anyways, would be something like that. Let's save this. Let's make this line. And then we only need these. I mean, technically, I guess we could do this. Do AO. Add AO to it. But like, it's not really adding that much detail. I guess it does a little bit. Like, we could bake that information in though. Right, so like technically, instead of having AO on it, because Lumen's weird with it, we just go blend. And by that I mean, like, yes, material AO is accepted, but it you subtract. Oh no. Be like. Yeah, there we go. But that's one less one less thing I gotta do. If we're already doing a texture for it. I need to actually export this though. So this would be under. Let's find the game. I mean, we can keep it here for now. I lost it. And we just need base color normal. Yep. Styling. I forgot what I kept calling it. More file. Import. Filing. There we go. one, I guess we could pack the metal and all that into it. So if we gotta use this anyways. We also don't need a 2K version of this, so nothing crazy to worry about there. Like, but yeah. So that would be, for now it needs a material because there's no material that it can accept these. Until I make one at some point. So this would be roughness, normal map, base color, and I need to make sure the base color came in correctly, which it did. Cool. Nice, perfect. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like cube. Oh, where'd he go? Scale 4. Right, so, okay, so this would be like scale 1, then, well, I guess we could say half that. Do scale 2, have it be that large. Use the, I'm just doing this for now, it's not the right way to do it. I'm just trying to check out scale from the camera. Yeah, that's good. So we would do a, yes, it could be a 1, I mean, it doesn't matter. It could be whatever texture size it needs to be. Nice, I like it. But we'll have it set up where I can like change color, what color this is. Because obviously just this plain white, it would be kind of boring. Wouldn't get any reflections or anything like that. Hey, how's it going, Sershi? I forget if that's how I said your name before. Pretty sure. But I also added an S in there. My bad. How's it going? Hope you're doing good today. But you also came at like a bad time. I have been sitting all day, so I just need to get up and stretch. Just realized what time it is. So let's patch you guys on. Let's where shall you go? You know what? Vine is streaming something, probably. Time to look for. Wait, I don't type in other people's chat. So yeah, I'm gonna raid out. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, or follow on Twitch. And yeah, you can also join us on Discord and other places. So, yeah, hope you all have a good day and break some stuff. But don't break it too bad without me. All right. See y'all later.